Hey guys, so today I've got a part 2. You guys made me buy it. I kind of took, people do the video like TikTok made me buy it. Well, I don't watch TikTok very much, so instead I thought I would talk about products you guys inspired me to buy because I read your comments and a lot of you guys have some really interesting recommendations, and a lot of the times I pick them up because I love to shop and I'm always looking for a good excuse to buy more stuff to try. So first off, this one was recommended by Emmy. It is the Kopari Sunshield Body Serum. This one's the one with the gold flecks in it. I will link to it below. It's really nice. I've used it a few times now. When I walk, I typically try to protect my arms. And even then, when it gets really sweaty out there, still getting a little bit of color. This one really helps, and it doesn't feel too scented. It has a light scent to it, but it's not terribly strong. I don't mind fragrance as much on my body products as I do on my face. And this one has a light scent, it dissipates, but it's a chemical sunscreen made in the US. It's got avobenzone, homosalate, octisalate, and octocrylene in it. And so far it does a good job, and I like this one. It's a little bit stubborn to rinse off at the end of the day. It just depends on how hot and humid it's been, because like lately it's been 100 degrees and like 80% humidity. Is that right? I don't know, but it's been, well, 100% humidity would be rain, right? Cameraman? Never mind. Okay, just pretend I didn't say that, but very humid and hot, and this one is nice, and I use now the new La Roche-Posay oil cleanser at the end of the day to remove it, because sometimes they can be kind of stubborn in my arms and legs, and this stuff is pretty nice overall, and the quantity you get's a good amount for your body. Okay, next up, this one was recommended and mentioned by Kathleen. It's the Goodal vegan rice milk. I actually really enjoyed this. The packaging is paper, which is kind of interesting. I have a love-hate relationship with it. I get why they're using paper, but sometimes with certain products, especially there's a specific sunscreen I have that's packaged in paper, and it gets to be kind of harder to dispense a proper amount. With this one, it hasn't been as much of a challenge, and I haven't been traveling with it much. But overall, this one's really nice. Goodal, for the most part, for me, super hit or miss. Some of their stuff is really nice and really gentle, this being one of them, and some of their stuff is super scented and super just not calming, doesn't feel great on my skin. But this one feels really nice. It's kind of, in my opinion, like a little bit lighter sister product, in my opinion, to the Isntree Yam Root Cream. And it feels really nice. I'll do a little swatch here if I can. There we go. Sometimes, there we go. But it feels really nice, and it's a little bit lighter than the one from Isntree, but still feels really nice and no fragrance in it. And overall, a really nice product, so I'm happy about it. Okay, next up, this one was mentioned by Heather S., and it is the Kosas DreamBeam Sunscreen. Heather mentioned it to me when it was just coming out. It was on the Sephora app site. Like, they do this thing where on Sephora, like for 24 hours, it's only available on the app, then the next day it's available on the line. The only thing that makes me frustrated because I don't want to buy it through the app because I don't get cash back or whatever. So, but this stuff is overall, it's decent. It's lightly scented. It reminds me of the Ilia C sunscreen. This stuff is mineral. It feels nice. This one, I think for me, will be more a fall winter sunscreen. This one's mineral, so I don't trust it as much in the very, very hot, strong sun of the summer. And it's only SPF 40, I think. So I'm going with something a little bit stronger and chemical for the summer, and then in the winter, this will double also as a foundation, which is nice. So it's okay. Kind of expensive for what you get, but okay. So this one's been mentioned by several people. It's been mentioned by Jellilyn, marijke, Monique, and then several others. It's the Beauty of Joseon Dynasty Cream. And I will mention, I had the original version of this, which had fragrance in it. I didn't love it because of the fragrance, but they reformulated, took the fragrance out, and this is a really nice, very rich cream. It's not so much a daytime cream for me. It's more of an evening type, kind of last step type cream because it is so thick. Let me see if I can get the little thingamajig. I always save these things on here, but you gotta get a feel. It's thick, but it's lovely. And it plays well as a last step evening type moisturizer. And I like the reformulated version better than the original version. So I will link to the fragrance-free version below. Well worth checking out. Really lovely product overall. Okay, so this one was mentioned by BelleSalle. BelleSalle. And they didn't mention this specific product, but they mentioned the brand Kane, which is a newer brand at Yes Style, but they have a few products, a handful of them. They just came out with a sunscreen. And when they mentioned this, I checked out this, the Kombu Balancing Ampule Toner. I also ordered their moisturizer. I think it's their vegan collagen moisturizer cream, but that one was not ever in stock, so it didn't get shipped to me. But I have this one, and I've been testing out a little bit. It just came recently, and so far I like it. The brand seems to be pretty friendly for sensitive skin, but not totally everything. So check it out before, but I definitely, once it's back in stock, will be checking out their moisturizer, which seems to be really well received. So kind of an interesting brand with some nice products worth checking out. Okay, next up, this one was mentioned by a few people, Patricia and then Paula Y. It's the Purito Oat-In Silky Toner. This one, to me, I've had it for a while. It's average. It's not exciting. It seems to be kind of similar to a lot of products that I've already tried. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. That's all I have to say about it, really. It's not super exciting. It's not terrible. But do I reach for it often? Not really. Yeah, I don't know. When it comes to this type of, it just didn't feel super hydrating to me. I mean, it kind of didn't do a great job as a toner. It's not great as an essence because it's not terribly hydrating. But some people absolutely love it. So, you know what? You do you. If it works for you, go for it. For me, this one was just kind of overall not terribly exciting. Which, you know what? Not everything has to be exciting. Well, you know what? To get me to want to use it, I need to be somehow excited about it. But anyway. Okay. Next up, this one was mentioned by Gabrielle. It's the Jumiso Snail Mucin 95 and Peptide Facial Essence, which first, when I tried this, I thought it was going to be like a toner, but it's not really a toner. It's more of like a ampule essence serum type texture because it's got kind of a jelly liquid texture to it, which I guess I should have assumed with snail mucin being in there. Go figure, it's going to have a jelly texture, but it's really nice. It's really lovely. It has no fragrance in it. It's pretty affordable. A little bit of it goes a long way, and it's got two of my favorite ingredients, snail mucin and peptides. Does it get better than that? And it's fragrance-free and affordable? Doesn't get better than that. I'm hearing rave reviews from a few of you about their new sunscreen, the Jumiso sunscreen with the orange top, so I'm going to have to check that out. That was mentioned by Matt, and a few other people, it sounds like, tested out too. So that's on my next list of things to get that you guys made me buy. And then last but not least, mentioned by Ella C, the Isntree Hyper Vitamin C Serum. And they also, I just noticed, have a new Hyper Exfoliant Serum. And they have a Hyper Niacinamide Serum and a Hyper Retinol Serum, which I also picked up. The packaging for this one was atrocious, but so far I'm enjoying it. It's kind of tacky texture, but overall it's nice. Does it compare to Geek and Gorgeous? Not really. But it's nice serum. I'm just curious if they're going to be able to continually manufacture it regularly so it stays fresh. They packaged it with the dropper separate from the bottle, so it stayed fresh. I have a feeling they're probably not focusing on remanufacturing it like every week like Geek and Gorgeous does, but I could be wrong. So far this one's, it's okay. I'll keep testing it and see. So there we go. Those are what you guys made me buy recently, and I'll have to do a part 3 because I don't watch much TikTok, so TikTok doesn't make me buy much, but you guys always do. So, especially Heather and Matt, you guys always have some great suggestions. So, leave a comment, interested from you guys if there's anything anybody here made you want to buy, other than me. Maybe. Leave a comment. Love hearing from you guys, and stay tuned for more tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.